Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. One aspect I've been thinking a lot about is things outside of Try Hack Me and Hack the Box that you can utilize to work on your skills and to get better. And one of those things that's been used for a long time and I've heard a lot of people recommend, I've played around with a little bit, is a service called Metasploitable. Now Metasploitable is a VM, a virtual machine that you can run locally, and it's a vulnerable machine that you can set up to practice running recon against, exploitations, privilege escalations, and things like that on. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to introduce you to it. There's Metasploitable 2 and Metasploitable 3. I'm going to show you both. I'll leave links down in the description to everything I'm showing you. So let's get into it. Alright, so Rapid7 is the one that develops Metasploitable. So here we are on their page. Again, all these links to the web pages I'm going to be showing you are down in the description. So for Metasploitable 2, you want to go to the link that I give you, and to download it, you just want to click on the sourceforge.net link, and it's perfectly safe to download from there. And then once it's downloaded, I personally like to use VirtualBox, and that's what I recommend for this. Okay, so real quick, I just want to insert a walkthrough on how to set up Metasploitable 2, because it is different from Metasploitable 3. 3 is very straightforward and simple just by following those commands. 2 does take a little bit of work to get it, just because you're importing a external or a virtual external drive, basically is what you're doing to set it up. So the first thing you'll want to do is come into VirtualBox, and up here on Tools, you want to select these buttons here and select Media. Now I've already got a Metasploitable here. In fact, you can see the two drives for the 3s there, but we're going to make another Metasploitable one here. So what you'll want to do is click on Add, and then navigate to wherever you downloaded that Metasploitable 2 file and extracted it. For me, I've got mine over here on my external drive, and you want to make sure this metasploitable.vmdk file has been selected, and click Open. And then once it shows up in here, then what you can do is go to Machine and New, and when yours comes up, you'll be in the guided mode here. You want to hit Expert button. Come here, give a name, make sure your folder's set up right for where you want it to live. Come down to hard disk, and you want to click Use Existing Virtual Hard Disk File. And once you click it, drop down, you should see the Metasploitable there. You click it, and then just click Finish, and it'll go through and take care of the rest. And then what's nice too is that right here underneath it on the left, it actually has an exploitability guide to help you get started. Now on the same site, underneath setting up a vulnerable target, this talks about Metasploitable 3, their latest one. Now to get this one set up, you'll need a tool called Vagrant in order to get it set up. And if you follow this link here, it'll bring you to this page. And really all you need to do is just click on their downloads page and find the version for your operating system that you're using. You can either download, run the executable, or since like me, I'm on Linux, I just use this underneath the Ubuntu tab to get it installed. And then once it's installed, you'll want to come to this GitHub page, again, link in the description. You have a guide for Linux users and a guide for Windows users here. Simply follow these directions and it will download the file that it needs. And then you just run Vagrant up, and then once it's done running, you'll see them inside your VirtualBox. I've got both the Ubuntu version and the Windows 2008 server here. Again, super simple, straightforward to get up and running, not really that hard. If you run into an issue, just take a look at the installation guides and just take your time going through it. And I'm also going to leave a link to this down below if you decide to go with Metasploitable 3, which I would recommend. Both are very good. Both are going to help you in different areas. Someone did a partial walkthrough of Metasploitable 3 for the Linux box, kind of showing you where to get started and how to start getting hold of the machine. And of course, your initial recon's going to be the same for both machines, so at least gives you an idea of where you need to start on both. So you got everything installed. You see I've got my Kali in here as well. All you have to do is just click on the one you want to run and just hit start. Of course, this should show up here right now. The login for Metasploitable 2 is on the website. It is msfadmin for the username and same thing for the password. Now, I can't get the text in this one any larger, so I'll just have it down at the bottom here. This is the directory you want to navigate once you get logged into the server. There is one change that I found that you need to do. Okay, so once you get here, you want to type in sudo nano config.inc, INC. You'll just hit enter. Of course, you'll need to enter your password. the MSF admin. And what you want to do is come down here to the last line where it says DB name, database name, and you'll want to change it from what it originally is to OWASP10. That way it's pointing to the right directory. Then hit Control X, and here you want to hit Y, and then enter. Clear, and you're good to go. Now, what about an IP address for this? Well, I would recommend to use your nmap on Kali to find it, but if you're having a hard time, you can just come back in here to the Metasploitable server, type in your IP space A, and you'll see it. In this case, it's on the Ethernet adapter for me. Alright, so here we are in Kali. So I'll just type in IP space A. We can see here on this Kali box, I'm 10.0.2.5 and it's /24. So if you don't understand what this means, you need to go do some work on learning the basics of networking. And really, a /24 is just your basic type of internet block. So what we'll do is nmap, and we'll do -sn, because we want to skip scanning ports. We're going to type in the 10.0.2.0/24. That's going to tell nmap to scan that entire IP range. Okay, so it's done. Now this last one, the 2.5, we know that's us. And if we see we have a 2.4 here. The first three, don't worry about those. That's something that VM uses to, or VirtualBox uses to manage the network and allow it to machines to communicate with each other. So basically from here, we know we got the 2.4 is our target box. And we can run our basic nmap scan with the -pn, since we already know the server's up, so we don't have to worry about that. -f, so we can just do the top 100 ports. And there you go, machine's up. We see all the juicy tidbits, and you're good to go and practice on it. Okay, well, that's it for this video. Relatively short, just wanted to show you the pages again. The links to everything's down in the description, and a little walkthrough on setting up Metasploitable 2. Again, 3 is very straightforward and simple. Just follow the commands that it gives you. I really want to encourage you to download at least 2, if not both of them, and get them set up and try them out and work on them. You know, you have the guides there to help you, but I also want to encourage you to try to do it without the guides. It's great to have resources like TryHackMe and everything, but having virtual machines that you can keep local, and that if you mess something up with, you can just scrap it and fire it back up and have a brand new one, is really great. And not only that, but if you want to get into writing code to help you hack things, to help you do recon, to help you run exploits and stuff like that, having something like this is great practice to help you with that. If you found this interesting, please leave a like. If you enjoy my content, please subscribe. And let me know down below, is maybe getting a little bit more into these Metasploitable machines something you guys are interested in? I'd be more than happy to make some videos going over them and doing some exploits on them, showing you around them. If so, let me know, and I'll get to work on that. Until then, see you next time.